Fine, I'm going to clean it up. This is for the toilets. So you have 6 pedestals for toilets, 1 for urinals. There's going to be a urinal set up over there. These 6 all have the 3/4 inch supply line that you see right here for a standard toilet. So there's 2 different size supply lines for toilets. This one here, 3/4 inch supply line, comes up from underneath the deck and it feeds out these lines. These are for just standard gravity flush toilets. Now flushometer valve toilets, they call for a 1.5 inch supply line. That's these 2 and that one there. So these ones, flushometer valves, there's some toilets that look like this that use a flushometer valve. Urinals use a flushometer valve. That's that little metal handle valve that you see on the urinal in the men's room. That's what these are for. So the way this works, I'll show you in a minute, the pressure regulators and all that set up as per the standard. Comes up out of here, feeds this, so you've got a uniform pressure coming up to here, and each one has its own flow meter. So you can monitor the amount of flow going into the toilet. And then you've got a stop valve, and this is removable with a union. So I just put this on here just to stabilize it. So, you know, this piece of unistrut, that's just so if you bump into it or something like that, you're not going to break the flow valve, because these are kind of expensive. You don't want to break those. So, now that leads me to another issue under here. So, these toilets, these 3 stations, 1, 2, and 3, alright? They all have a removable drain line under here.
Okay.
So if you look, this drain line has 2 unions, one here and one here. Alright? So you unscrew the unions, you can take this off. There's 2 pieces that you hook up to this. One union hooks up here with a straight piece of pipe, and the other one just has a cap, so that you don't have water coming out of the main drain line when something else is running. So, and this is done so that you can do flush media tests, flush volume tests, stuff like that. So you take this off, you put the straight piece down on here, and then you can put your 5-gallon bucket with a load cell underneath of it to do the flush volume test. You have your 5-gallon bucket under here for doing flush media tests, you know, stuff like that. So anything that you have to flush a material through the toilet and collect it, you just take this drain line off, put the straight shot in, and it's set.
Alright.
Same supply. And you just take the bucket of water, dump it in the tank. It's fine. No problem. Okay. Now, moving on. Wow. The drain line here, there's an access point. This is just a clean out trap. So if something gets stuck in the drain line by accident, you can open this up. It's a straight shot all the way through to run a snake or something like that. So if you can troubleshoot any problems with the drain line through here. Now, come over here, you'll see this 1-inch supply line right here. This comes from the back. The supply line branches off right here. 1 3/4 inch pipe feeds the water heater. The other one tees out. This is just a neutral tank flavored water to come out to feed this wall. The other one goes up and over and feeds the water chiller. So this is a water chiller. In a minute, just a second, I'll show you how that works. And then the supply line comes back. This was left open. It's big enough to get a forklift through, so that you can still drive a sample in for the Robinson floor tester, or if you got a pallet of toilets or something to bring in, you can bring that in. So, water heater, water chiller, they all come back here and branch off into this. Now, the way this works, you have 2 manifolds on each side. One hot, or actually this is the cold manifold, this is the hot manifold. So you have hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, all the way up. Same with the other side. Now the way this is set up, you get these, everything is unioned. So you can take these components off, use them someplace else if you want, like back in the back tank when you're doing shower testing. You can take this mixing valve off, take it back there. You can take one of these pressure regulators off, take it back there so you can regulate your temperature, your pressure, your flow rate. So basically what this is, you have a hot and cold feed. This plug here needs to be replaced with a thermocouple well, so that's why it's teed off like that. So the thermocouple well, type J, type K copper tubing is recommended for a thermocouple well.
Your temperature monitor.
Thermocouple, so you dial in your temperature here. This tubing, it's fiber reinforced tubing. It's rated up to 180 psi, so it'll handle just about anything you got around here. So, and the way the unions are set up,